Welcome to the podcast of Journey of an Entrepreneur. We, the students of GLS IMBA, bring you the best entrepreneurs and the best advisors from them. So today, me, Manshika, and my friend Pragna are going to interview Mr. Sahil Shah.
Thank you.
It is so good to have you, sir, today on board.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Sahil Shah needs no introduction. He is the founder of Hungrito. He's an entrepreneur who has been brewing the buzz in the digital landscape since past many years. Hungrito has been a community of 2 lakh foodies and it has morphed like a big project. His journey is a masterclass in innovation and perseverance. Today, he is the driving force behind a consultation firm which gives you the best brand experiences. With accolades like Excellence in Public Administration Award from Andhra Pradesh CM and a TEDx speaker belt under a tag under his belt. So he has been a perfect entrepreneur flair and a marketing genius. So we are grateful to have you on this journey, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So what inspired you? Like, what was the idea behind Hungrito? Were there like many failures before you started Hungrito? So what was your journey all about?
So majorly, Hungrito started in January 2014. It started as Bookers. Initial name of Hungrito was Bookers. It was my BTech project. So I am ICT engineer and from DICT. Not a very good engineer. I am a 5.5 pointer at college. But yeah, they call me at orientation, so I am there. So while I was in college, I used to do a lot of different tasks and activities there. I was part of theatre group. I was part of the photography team and those kind of stuff. And कच्चे पक्के 12 बच्चे थे वहाँ पे in a sense कि we started, we ended things that didn't work out, so we were trying to make Just Dial for शादीज only वैसा. After that अमिताभ बच्चन का एक specific ad आ गया था, Just Dial is into this market now वैसा. So अभी there were a lot of kind of things which we were trying to build in college. Because we a group of friends which we are, everybody knew that we will be doing something of our own. And because of the support of the college also, it was a very free college in that sense. We started doing that. I ended up with Hungrito, in a way, Bookers, in my BTech project. I worked on it for 4 months. We were building Zomato for street food at that time. And just street food. Because what happens is street food gets famous because of 1 or 2 dishes only. So suppose you talk about Jai Bhavani. Jai Bhavani is famous for his vada pav and CTC. CTC, not a lot of people who have been eating it Jai Bhavani know, because the menu items, whenever you see, it has the same weightage as a vada pav or a dabeli or a bhaji pav, whichever things are there. But we wanted to promote those kind of things. That if you are going to Jai Bhavani, eat CTC. If you are going to Karnavati dabeli, eat the original dabeli, which is there in Maninagar and those kind of things. We tried to build that out in college. Luckily, I was selected as part of 31 entrepreneurs in IIM Ventures. Initially, it was called CII. I was part of the team there. I stayed there for around roughly, the bootcamp was of 2 months, but my stint was long. I was working there, doing something else there for around 2 years. We were part of Gift City's incubation also at that time, 2015 I think. We tried for 2 years for Bookers to get funding, to get the product right and market right. The product, I think the traction was there in the product. But if you see, it was a pure play B2C product. In a way, just like if you see Facebook or other things which are there, it was a social app which we were creating. And in the Indian context, it is very difficult to get funding on those grounds. Indian, if there is a traction, if there is a business, if there is a rotation, then only people invest money. So after 2 years, we decided, okay, this idea is not working well. And in 2 years' time, we marketed things very well. So people saw that we were good at marketing. Our social media traction was also good. I think roughly around in 2 years, we got around 2,500-3,000 followers on Instagram that time. Again, in today's context, it is very less. In that context, it was great. So that pushed us to do marketing more. We did that, and then 2016, we rebranded it to Hungrito. My co-founder was a US citizen. So he went back, he started doing his own thing there in US. So again, he's back here, he is building his own startup here. He's also doing great now. So that was there. So that is how Hungrito started in 2016. We started with the digital only thing. We were promoting dishes and those kind of things there. So from 2016, it has been again a very long journey, but we can discuss it further.
Yeah. So did you have a mentor along the way?
See, I have been very lucky in a way where I was in college. So DICT is the number 1 ranked college when it comes to engineering.
Yeah.
and very lucky to be there because I got a kind of exposure. After that, I was in IIM Ahmedabad, where we got a lot of interaction with people from MICA, professors from MICA, professors from Ahmedabad, IIM Ahmedabad, and because of the network also, I was able to connect with a lot of people. During that journey, I was part of eChai. Today also, I am invited as a speaker there. But I was part of the people who used to sit and learn from them. So that helped us a lot. So there are a lot of different factors where in my journey there hasn't been only one or two people who have helped me or mentored me. I always keep on learning. I read a lot of books. Used to read a lot of books. In the current time, I'm not able to spare time to read books, but I listen to a lot of them. But those all things help me a lot because if we go to a talk and something, we talk to few people. There is somebody who's a speaker. He will give 2-3 suggestions which might work well for us. Then we try to see what are things like that. I've always been. I learn from everybody, little bit here and there. I'm not somebody who follows one person blindly. So again, that is my policy. I only follow my father. But again, he's very disciplined. I am not. I am late today. He scolded me in the morning that if you have given some commitment to somebody, be on time. 10 years in business, but I'm still not able to match his level of things. But yeah, only person which I follow a lot in the current scenario is my father. Rest all I just try to learn from everybody because everybody has some very very good traits. But then as humans, so suppose for me, if somebody talks to me, they are like, oh Sahil bhai बहुत मस्त है ये वो है. But कोई बहुत ज़्यादा काम करता है तो वो लबाड़ी कहता है मेरे को, कहता मैं ध्यान नहीं रखता टाइम नो कसू भी, ठीक है. सो एवरीबडी हैज सम गुड पार्ट, एवरीबडी हैज सम बैड पार्ट. ओके, सो ट्राई टू हैव गुड फ्लैट्स फ्रॉम पीपल एंड लर्न फ्रॉम दैट. दैट इज हाउ आई हैव. મેન્ટર
કે તમારા ફાધરની એડવાઇસ વોટએવર ઇઝ
પપ્પાની એડવાઇસ હું કંઈ ફોલો નથી કરી શકી એટલે એમાં તો હું એડવાઇસમાં નહીં જઉં કારણ કે ઇફ યુ વોચિસ ધીસ યુ વિલ લાઈક યુ આર નોટ ફોલોઈંગ એનીથિંગ વિચ આઈ એમ ટેલિંગ. સો આઈ હેડ અ લોટ ઓફ સ્કોલ્ડિંગ ઇન ધ મોર્નિંગ ઓનલી. So I don't wake up at time. One advice, I think the thing which I used to read a lot in college and which has always stuck around with me is hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. So I will just phrase it, I think explain it better. The major thing is whenever you see a lot of cricketers, lot of sports person, a lot of people around because I was part of a college which suppose I am a semi-government school product. So I was head boy in my college for 2 years and then I was good at studies. I scored good in AIEEE and got in a school and got in a good college. I was very happy that, oh, I am doing this. When I see my wing, there were 18 rooms, out of which 15 were of our batch. 4 people were under 100 in Gujarat in ACPC. 3 people were playing at least 2 national sports. They had represented nationals. When I went there, I was like, I cannot beat these guys in anything. So I stopped studying. And then I realized that if you are working hard on something, I'm naturally not gifted a lot with, if you say, talented things.
Okay.
I am a very mediocre guy. But I know if I work, if somebody is there is a quote by Will Smith also. If somebody is there on a treadmill for 14 hours, I will be there on 15. If somebody is there for 18, either I die or I am on the treadmill. So that is the kind of approach that we have always had, and those things have helped us in that way. So yeah, so it is somebody is talented, he will be able to solve a problem in a shorter period of time. But if you spend more time, you will be able to also solve a problem. There are few things which are deadline oriented, but life is not like that. If you don't get UPSC जैसा है, इस बार नहीं हुआ तो अगले साल हो जाएगा, नहीं हुआ तो भी कहीं ना कहीं तुम सेट हो ही जाओगे वैसा. So that is how things are. लव लाइफ में ऐसा नहीं चलता है, बाकी सब जगह हो जाता है. हाँ, सो लव लाइफ में ऐसा वो बुकिंग कहीं और चली जाती है, तो वो अगले साल ट्राई करोगे तो नहीं होगा, वो 1 साल का गैप. बाकी सब जगह सीट्स हर साल खुलती है. तो उसमें भी कोई लॉट नया आता है सामने, लेकिन दैट इज हाउ थिंग्स आर.
So regarding the social media, and we have already asked you the question, but how has like social media been a pivotal role for you? Like હજુ બી તમે જોવા જાઓ તો ડિજિટલ લેન્ડસ્કેપ બહુ જ વધી રહ્યું છે અને તમે કહો છો એમ અત્યારે જેવી રીતે રીલ્સ વધી રહી છે, સોશિયલ મીડિયા ઇમ્પેક્ટ વધી રહ્યો છે. સો સોશિયલ મીડિયા એન્ડ ડિજિટલ મીડિયા 2 different things. એક જ વસ્તુ નથી કારણ કે રીલ્સ ને એ બધું જ સોશિયલ મીડિયા નથી એની પાછળ બી SEO
lot of things are there. Yeah.
હા તો what is your call or like અમુક entrepreneurs હોય who are really introverts.
True.
Okay, they do not know how to talk in front of camera or they are really shy, they are
Yeah,
not
they're
good
camera
and
shy.
Yeah.
they are not good at expressing their feelings. So what would you advise them કે what should they do, like young entrepreneurs છે, they do not know what to do, so what would you advise them?
See, there are 2-3 different aspects of the questions that you have put across. When we see one part is how is the digital landscape there. So it is very wide. The only problem in today's time is the attention span. When we were there were only two things which people used to do. Either they used to spend time on Instagram or they will be doing YouTube. In our time when people were in their early 20s. Right now you have Snapchat which is there. Yeah, right now you have YouTube which is there, shorts are there, Instagram is there, you might be spending time on Pinterest also a lot just to show, because of the kind, if you see my wearing sense, it is very pathetic. I have never spent time on my clothes. But now a lot of people of your generation are now advising me कि थोड़ा सा बंठन के घुमा करो, थोड़ा ये करो. We never cared about those kind of things at that time. We were only in the same context. If you see, the attention span of people is decreasing. They are very busy, but they are consuming a lot of content from left, right, and center wherever they can. So WhatsApp also has shorts kind of thing, which is status is there. Then they have other. Emails are there, which is also part of marketing. WhatsApp has their own business aspect also. Facebook is already there. You have a lot of messenger apps. So suppose you use Telegram or other things also there. The horizon of marketing in the digital space has increased drastically. A lot of people spend a lot of time on Myntra also. A lot of people spend a lot of time on Amazon also.
Yeah.
Amazon comes with a mini TV in their shopping app. Why is everybody doing it? Everybody is just doing it for the eyeballs and nothing else. Okay, so that is one part of the thing where everybody is looking for eyeballs. Not all the businesses, coming to the second part of the question, what should young entrepreneurs do who are camera shy? Not all the businesses work because somebody comes in front of the camera. That is also something that needs to be there. There's a myth that if you are in front of camera in today's time only, then you will be able to sell. In our context, when we started Hungrito, I think people knew me till 8,000 followers only. That Sahil Ka Hungrito hai. After that, Hungrito is Hungrito. In today's context also, if you go to the festival, if you ask any vendor, all the people in the production team might know that Sahil bhai chhe. Again, they know Sahil bhai chhe, but they also don't know Sahil bhai owns Hungrito. Nobody in the ground, rarely anybody knows I own Hungrito. It is like that. Now, because of last 1 year, I have been out in the market. I talk a lot. People contextually see that, yeah, this is the guy. But again, that ratio is very, very less. The brand has been established on its own. There have been a lot of product companies where the founders are not outside. They are doing good work, they are doing good product. See, this is again a vanity where you need somebody to talk about your product.
Yeah, right.
You can hire good team. If you're camera shy, you will always be able to get people. The only point is, are you able to get the first initial customer base or not? And then move forward from there. That is the major thing which should be there. Rather than focusing, because आज क्या हो गया अभी limelight का ही ज़माना है. So because you watch Shark Tank, you see all the founders there, and you see, oh, everybody is creating some piece of content and those. But they all worked on their product and then they are doing branding. This is part of branding. Again, it is not part of marketing. So if you see Boat, the founder of Boat, Aman, he's the marketing guy. He is again not the CEO. He again not is not operating officer. He's the marketing guy. They put the marketing guy as the face of the company because they knew कि भाई किसी को पीछे काम करना पड़ेगा. यानी आज अगर मैं यहाँ पॉडकास्ट करने आ रहा हूँ, मेरी टीम में कोई ना कोई है जो सिर झुका और काम करो कर रहा है. वरना अगर मैं यहाँ पे टाइम स्पेंड कर रहा हूँ तो कोई तो काम कर रहा होगा. So that is the kind of thing. This is part of branding. Whatever I am doing today. But we have done marketing earlier. We have done a lot of operations earlier, and that is why I am able to pull this off. In founders thing, in today's time, everybody wants, again, as I said, there are a lot of small examples which are done great. Somebody has done a video with, Dolly Winder did a video with Bill Gates. I have met Bill Gates, but I was in CM's cantonment at that time. So when I see that कि अरे ये लोग को भी इतना opportunity मिल रहा है तो सबको ऐसा लगता है कि अरे यार we do this and then we will be able to grow. It is very very transactional in nature. You will see there was a girl Priya Prakash Warrior. Warriors. I'm very bad with names, but in 2 days time she was all over internet. There was a wink which she did, and that eyebrow lift.
Yeah.
Okay, you remember that?
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the movies that she has done? Do you remember any
She
movie?
has done movies?
I don't know.
Yeah. See, this is the thing. You can become viral very easily.
Yeah.
Social media can give you fame very easily.
Right.
Social
But will
media
people
cannot
remember?
give you success.
Yeah. Okay.
Understand that part.
Fame and success are
Fame
both
and
different.
success are both very very different things. Social media can definitely give you fame at time. If you are consistent with your fame, then you will be able to get success. So suppose Darshil Safari, I give that example when I teach a lot. 2008 he did a movie with Amir Khan, Tare Zameen Par. Instant famous. Everybody was like he's the next star. In next 10 years he has not done anything. I think 15 years down the line. There was again a star, Siddharth Nigam, or I don't remember the exact name. He did also a movie with Amir Khan. He was also a child actor in the movie Dhoom 3. He has been continuously doing a lot of work. He did some Aladdin show. He is very all over internet with his TikToks and those kind of stuff, reels and those. He held on to the fame which he had
Yeah.
and converted into success. But again, he did a lot of hard work. In whichever sense he did, but he did it. That is what is the major difference. And that's how things work. Just being on social media, if you're famous on social media, multiple examples are there. Multiple means thousands of examples are there where people are famous on social media, they have done businesses, and now everybody is after them. Because business sense is very different than making a reel.
But nowadays they take it as a controversy as well. Like people think that on social media they do various controversies in order to get fame and convert their business. Like if you have seen that example of the Vada Pav girl.
Yeah.
So now she has done this and she has reached Big Boss. So that is a whole transition that she made for her
Again.
business by doing controversies.
By doing controversy, by not selling Vada Pav. That is the
Yeah.
difference. Vada Pav is a business. Doing controversy is not a business. She is into PR game now.
Yeah.
Okay? Her business is not Vada Pav.
Even
Yeah.
opened
We are
a
not
shop.
talking about the Vada Pav
Vada
now.
Pav,
We are talking about her as an individual. So that
Yeah.
is the difference.
Hmm.
Do you think anybody is going to buy the franchise of her Vada Pav chain?
No.
Anybody is going to buy her Vada Pav? Anybody talks about the kind of Vada Pav that she creates? No. It is all about her individual self that people are talking about. Because of the attention span that people have, because of the algorithm which Instagram has set, that if she comes on the screen, people are going to watch. Catch kya panchayat hui? We all are of that nature.
Correct.
She is not selling Vada Pav, she is not doing business, she is just doing her own work. So she is an individual which is there in the market. She is getting eyeballs today because of the things. If she is able to sustain it, very good. Usually people are not able to sustain that. And after 6 months, everybody will be fed up of the same thing. Algorithm will push it down. It depends on where you are seeing it from which context. Again, India is a very, very big market. Suppose I say when COVID was there, a lot of people started teaching and not a lot of sustain. But there was a market where everybody wanted to learn new things. Okay. Slowly and gradually the market matured, they did something else. Suppose for Hungrito also, if I say 2016, 2017, all the people who were there, who were following Hungrito, 2018 everybody came in the festival which we did. A lot of them, around 10,000 footfall was there in the first festival. We did a small experiment of mini fest. So मैं usually बाहर ही रहता हूँ पार्किंग में. So मैं और रितेश, one of our teammates. So रितेश एकदम आके कह रहे हैं मिनी फेस्ट में ना सब बच्चे वाली ऑडियंस आई. तो रितेश कहता है एकदम से साहिल भाई ये तो 2018 वाले लोग हैं. मैं कहा तेरे को कैसे पता? तो क्या अब सबके पास बच्चे देखो सबका शादी हो गया वही ऑडियंस आया अभी. ठीक है. सो देर इज़ अ डिफरेंस. पीपल मैच्योर विद टाइम. They need different products. So Hungrito Food Fest, which we do with a bigger IP, is a very massive product for younger generation. Younger generation till 25 you will like it a lot. After 25, when you are married, you have kids, you need people, you need a place where Shanti is there. My kid can run around a lot. Okay. Mini Fest was that thing which we did. So the same audience which came in 2018, around, I'm not talking about the same people came, but that audience got matured in 2022 and then they came with their families and those kind of things there. And those people mature with time. Are you able to sustain that? Flying Beast was very, very famous.
Right.
Every day people used to see their hymns walk. How many of you are watching Flying Beast right now? How many of you have seen any kind of reel in last 3 months, 4 months on your Instagram from Flying Beast? Nothing. Out of sight, out of mind. एकदम से. कोविड में कितना चल रहा था? ठीक है. So that is the thing.
So yeah, so basically હમણાં બહુ એવું થઈ રહ્યું છે like Coursera and everything, like online learning and everything.
Yeah.
So what would you recommend on that thing? Should the present classes be right now? They are not in market. Like Kindle like એના પછી people do not read much books in the library. They do not visit the library. And secondly, same goes with education. So what would you recommend on online learning? Like online learning, like free courses on Coursera or we see YouTube. You have everything in your hand. Like તમે search કરો તમને વસ્તુ મળી જશે. So what is your take on that part of digital media evolving for the generation right now?
See, why do we have education as a system? So you are part of GLS as a university. You are doing IMBA. You will spend 3 years in your BBA or BCom, whichever course you are doing, and then you will spend 2 years in your MBA, 5 years course, right? You are more or less taught the same things which you can learn on internet in 1 year, 2 years time. Why are you there? You are there because of the work that you are doing, practical exposure. Okay, the kind of network that you build, you meet a lot of new people, you do that thing. Offline learning is not just there for learning. It is also for the exposure. It is also for the kind of things that you learn overall. The ecosystem, you make a lot of friends. My friends which I have created in DICT are my lifelong friends. We stayed in hostel for 4 years. All of them knows each one's weaknesses, strengths. कभी ये freak out होता है, कभी ये बोलेगा mood swing हो जाएगा इसका, अभी ये चिल्लाने लगेगा, इसको भूख लगती है तो ये करता है, वैसा सब. शायद मेरी बीवी को भी अभी उतना नहीं पता है, लेकिन वो लोग को तो सब आइडिया है कि भाई जीवन में इसको ये चीज़ होगा ना तो ये जाके ये करेगा. एवरीबडी नोज व्हेन आई ईट डोमिनोज चीज़ बस्ट. नाउ आई डोंट ईट इट अ लॉट, बट एवरीवन नोज कि भाई या तो बहुत खुश होता है ना तो डोमिनोज चला जाएगा, या तो बहुत दुखी होगा ना तो डोमिनोज चला जाएगा. अगर डोमिनोज गया ना तो 2 ही स्टेट हैं इसके. वैसे those things are there because of the circle. All your friend circle will know when you are crying, when you are happy. That is the co-learning that you are getting while you are in an offline center, wherever you are studying. Online is a very, very self-help kind of thing. Okay, when you say reading is also very, very self-help thing. I read books, I reread also books sometimes. Okay, why? Because the context of the book or the kind of things that when you read, you visualize a lot of different things while you are reading it. So suppose there's everybody, I recommend to read Bhagavad Gita also. I read it in college, I read it after college, I read it in my early days of my entrepreneurship journey. All the times I got different answers from that book. Okay, I have reread Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, I have reread 5 AM Club. I don't belong to that club. I'm a 5 AM sleeping guy, but yeah. So I reread it. I have read Habits. I have read Hard Things About Hard Things, the book which is there. It's a very, very good book. I reread it a lot of times. Why do we do that? Because when I read it in the first time in 2017, my mindset was very different. The book gave me different knowledge. When I'm reading it in 2024, my mindset is different, but the book is giving me more context to whatever things I have learned in today's time. Reading books or reading things online or learning things online is a very, very self-exploration phase. Not everybody in the Indian education system is able to cope up with that. The reason of our upbringing. We have not been taught to do mistakes on our own. Our upbringing has always been ani karanu, ani karanu, ani karanu. We have not been given a reasoning कि भाई केम नहीं करवाना. अभी तो ना था. अब थोड़ा वो एक्सट्रीम लेवल पे जा रहा है. जब मैं आसपास के बच्चों को देखता हूँ कुछ भी नहीं बोलते हैं, यानी एकदम ऐसा लिबरल नहीं हो जाना है. वो डफोड़ी होंगे सब के सब. फिर हम अमेरिका ही पैदा कर रहे हैं दूसरा भी नेक्स्ट. ठीक है. Again, we are in that phase where everybody has good money, everybody has good things, but that is a different topic. So when you see the online education, all the people who are ready to learn on their own will be able to do that. All the people who are still looking for somebody to push them will always go for the offline. You guys have Instagram, you guys have YouTube. What you see in that is what matters a lot. Every day, suppose I use Twitter a lot more than other platforms. Because again, I like Panchayat. Panchayat in a way, I am a very, very person who likes to talk, likes to read about what is happening around the world and those kind of things. So I use Twitter, I read a lot of stuff. If you see my YouTube will be more about two things: Bollywood, or the numbers and everything, reviews and those kind of things. And secondary, I might be reading something or जो भी जियोपॉलिटिकल वर्ल्ड में हो रहा है उसके अराउंड, इकोनॉमिक्स के अराउंड, वो सब सबका यूट्यूब खोलोगे, सबके यूट्यूब में अलग अलग रिकमेंडेशन है. इट इज़ वॉट यू आर कंज्यूमिंग. A lot of people like paparazzi things, and that is why it has a lot of eyeballs. Online world works in the same way. You all are learning something every day whenever you're watching content. If you are watching a lot of reels around what to wear, you are learning the art of fashion. If you are watching a lot of reels around food, you are learning what to eat, or maybe how to make food, or maybe what kind of food is better, what kind of food presentation is better, and those kind of things. If you are just watching which cafes to go, you are somebody who will be explorer in a way where you will be able to talk to people that ये वाला कैफे अच्छा था, ये वाला रेस्टोरेंट अच्छा था, यहाँ पे जाके ये करना चाहिए, वहाँ पे जाके वो करना चाहिए. Everybody learns different things in life. What you are consuming makes you better, and I feel that is how the online education is also going to evolve. It is going to become a task-based thing. Shorter courses will be there. Lot of people in future are not going to opt for these longer courses. One of them which you are part of. A lot of my interns who have come in college, I have always pushed them कि अगर IMBA करा हुआ है तो मैं 3 साल में बाहर निकाल देता हूँ कॉलेज से, कि हो गया अभी तुम कहीं और जाओ. So that's is also famous for that. Always push people to do different things in life. But yeah, that is how things are. So online education is going to be there, but it is always going to be for people who are self-motivated. Again, that is how libraries used to also work. I had a library in college. I never read anything related to engineering. All the non-engineering books has my ID. यानी लाइब्रेरी में कार्ड होता है जहाँ ID लिखते हैं बुक पे. तो नॉन इंजीनियरिंग बुक्स में बहुत सारी में मेरा नाम है. इंजीनियरिंग की एक भी बुक पे मेरा नाम नहीं होगा. ठीक है. सो अगेन इट डिपेंड्स. आई यूज टू रीड 11th-12th ऑल्सो. आई यूज टू गो टू लाइब्रेरी टू रीड माई स्टफ. वो जो एजुकेशनल लाइब्रेरी होती है जहाँ यू कैन गो स्पेंड टाइम एंड रीड अबाउट योर थिंग. आई यूज टू रीड न्यूज़पेपर्स एट दैट टाइम ऑल्सो. मेरे घर पे न्यूज़पेपर बंद था, लेकिन मैं लाइब्रेरी में जाकर न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ूँ. मेरे को न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ना अच्छा लगता है. आई यूज टू स्पेंड half an hour, 1 hour रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर. दोज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. Somebody who is going to read is always going to read. Somebody who is going to enjoy things is always going to enjoy. That is up to somebody individual self. You have to evolve yourself over a period of time, and that is how things will work out. See, for your generation, maybe reading as a habit is very, very important. So try to read Atomic Habits as a book. I don't recommend How to Win Friends and Influence People to a lot of people, but your generation needs that. Your generation needs a humbleness in the things. You all don't know everything. It is just that you all have all the information in your head. When I am tagging the generation, it's just because I know you all have a lot of information in hand. Plus, I think your age group needs to also understand to be content with things, to be happy with whatever you have. Everybody said, why are you sad, man? And इतना लोड ही नहीं है तुम्हारे जीवन में भाई. तुम बेस्ट लाइफ जी रहे हो पूरी, तुम्हारे जितने आसपास है ना दुनिया में उनकी. ठीक है. सो यानी ऐसा ही होता है. हर जनरेशन के पास पिछली जनरेशन से कम स्ट्रगल होता है, लेकिन पिछली जनरेशन से ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस होता है. ठीक है. हर एक जनरेशन ऐसे ही काम करती है. यानी मेरे पापा का जो फ्रेंड सर्कल है ना वो बहुत ज़्यादा क्लोज है. मैंने भी फ्रेंड सर्कल बनाया, मेरा फ्रेंड सर्कल भी क्लोज है, लेकिन पापा वालों ने मस्ती अलग लेवल की करी है क्योंकि उनके पास और कोई काम ही नहीं था. उनकी कहानियाँ हमसे ज़्यादा वो इंटरेस्टिंग होती है. आप लोगों की कहानी में इंस्टाग्राम रील शेयर करने के अलावा कुछ और है ही नहीं. ठीक है. क्योंकि तुम लोग कुछ और एक्सप्लोर ही नहीं करो. तो इन बुक्स टर्म्स ऑल्सो यू हैव टू रीड डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. So why I'm saying How to Win Friends and Influence People, I don't recommend that book a lot. In a way, I don't follow that policy. Okay. But those are good things that will take you at a better place in life. That book teaches you how to be humble. That book teaches you how to talk to people. That book teaches you how to get your things done. This generation is very, very rude. It is just because they know every information is just one hand away, in a way, on them phone. They need to understand that. जो ऊपर वाले हैं वो लोग कुछ करके ऊपर गए हैं. ठीक है. सो वो यहाँ पे गैप बहुत है. सो आई थिंक दैट इज देयर. एटॉमिक हैबिट्स आई टोल्ड यू टू रीड इट. इफ यू आर इन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, प्लीज रीड हार्ड थिंग अबाउट हार्ड थिंग्स एंड एंटर एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप इन दैट वे. डिफरेंट बुक्स आर देयर. सो सपोज रॉबिन शर्मा बुक्स फॉर पीपल हु आर लिटिल बिट inclined towards leadership should always read Robin Sharma books. Because everybody has different definition of leadership. My definition might be very, very different. The way I lead a company, I run the business. Somebody else who is running a business is very, very different. I am not a sales oriented guy. I am a very marketing oriented guy. So my team also functions in the same way. I give a lot of freedom. So there are a lot of follow-ups from the team to me. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? I build that culture. But that culture has been built by reading these all things. So there is another book which is Rework, which is also very good. But again, my recommendation will be always around self-improvement, self-based things, where you as an individual will be able to grow. Ikigai is something that you all should read in that sense. That's also a good book. The concept is only good. In a way, you can learn the concept, it's okay. If you're reading the book you are reading just because of the examples. If you're in marketing, there is a book which is called Positioning. It's a very, very hard book to read. इन अ वे ख़त्म नहीं होता है क्योंकि बहुत डिटेल में है, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं. They have examples from 60s, 70s, how campaigns used to run, what were the things which were done in marketing or those kind of things. So that is a book which I recommend for people who are getting into marketing. Other thing is, if you are building brands, specifically you are getting into branding, or if you are doing that, Purple Cow is the book I recommend for people who are getting into the communication and those game. It is by Seth Godin, again a legendary guy. That is one book that you should read. And if you are still figuring out what to do in life, start with Why.
Why?
Start with Why is the book. It is by Simon Sinek. I might be very wrong with pronunciation of names, but Start with Why is the book that you all should read. So I think I have given around 10 different books in different genres. But these are the books which I think anyone you can start. Once you start doing that, you will be. Atomic Habits is something which everyone should read. So see, the everything which we do in life, when I was explaining the concept of success and fame, Atomic Habit helps you build success. So it is more about what you as an individual will be doing 10 years down the line, 5 years down the line, 2 years down the line. It helps you build yourself as an individual where your habits are, suppose I fondle with my nose and all. It is a habit which I have. मेरी जनरेशन्स में हमारा ऐसा है कि मेरी नाक के अंदर जो नस होती है वो फट जाती है बहुत जल्दी. सो आई हैव अ लॉट ऑफ ब्लीडिंग इन माई नोज, बट आई हैव बीन रिकमेंडेड बाय डॉक्टर नॉट टू फॉन्डल विद माई नोज. दिस इज अ हैबिट विच आई हैव. आई ऑलवेज फॉन्डल विद माई नोज. आई ऑलवेज डू दीज ऑल थिंग्स लाइक दिस. ठीक है, मैं उंगली ऐसे कर देता हूँ कभी कभी. ठीक है, दीज आर हैबिट्स विच आई हैव डेवलप्ड ओवर अ पीरियड टाइम. अ लॉट ऑफ हैबिट्स. आई वेक अप late. I am very late while I sleep, but I like to read after 12. Why is that the case? Because from 8th standard to 12th standard, I have always read in night. मेरा पढ़ाई ही रात को होता था. मैं दिन में पढ़ाई नहीं कर सकता हूँ क्योंकि दिन में मेरे को बहुत सारा नॉइज़ आता है. मेरे को बहुत सारी चीज़ें सुनाई देती है. ऐसा नहीं भूत सुनाई देते, लेकिन मेरे को दिन में 5 लोग हैं जिंदा हैं तो उनसे बात करो. ठीक है, आई एम ऑफ दैट काइंड. पंचायत करो, बहुत पंचायत इज अ वेरी वेरी गुड थिंग. दैट इज अ हैबिट विच आई हैव. ठीक है. Every individual self has a lot of different habits. How do you make sure that you are able to build your habits in a way which is going to help you grow? Right. I right now read books about sales. I don't read books about marketing now because marketing में मेरे को जितना जानना था, जो मेरे को सर्वाइवल के लिए चाहिए उतना मेरे को अभी थोड़ा थोड़ा आ जाता है. दूसरा, मैं वैसे ही छोटा छोटा कंटेंट कंज्यूम करता हूँ. वो हैबिट फॉर्म करना है कि अब बाबू तुमको सेल्स का किताब पढ़ना पड़ेगा. वो चीज़ तुम्हारे दिमाग में कब आएगी, वो चीज़ के ऊपर है मेजरली कि भाई व्हेन यू शुड डेवलप न्यू हैबिट्स. बिकॉज हैबिट्स आर द वंस विच इफ you might be listening to podcast. Which kind of podcast do you listen? Make sure that which kind of human being you will become. What are you consuming is the one which is going to give you output. So habits is all about how you build yourself as an individual by doing small things every day and then getting the result at the end of the day. It is just about grinding, but how to grind. ठीक है. सो अगर आप नीरज चोपड़ा का देखोगे, सो ही गॉट अ सिल्वर एंड देन ऑल्सो एवरीबडी इज़ वेरी अनहैप्पी. भाई वो सिल्वर लेकर आया है फिर भी लोग दुखी. यानी आप ऐसा सोचो एक्सपेक्टेशन कितना हाई है उससे. ठीक है कि भाई गोल्ड ही आना चाहिए इसके पास. ठीक है, पर वो रोज़ काम कर रहा है ना. 4 साल उसका लास्ट गोल्ड आया तब से वो काम कर रहा है. ठीक है, और ही हैज़ बीन वर्किंग फॉर 4 ही हैज़ बिल्ट अ लॉट ऑफ हैबिट्स ओवर दीज 4 years. So if you talk about Virat Kohli, he does not eat एनीथिंग अदर देन उबला हुआ वो क्या कहते हैं वेजिटेबल्स और वो सब चीज़ें उनका डाइट सेट दैट इज़ अ हैबिट दैट इज़ द होल बुक अबाउट मेजरली कि हाउ डू बिल्ड योर सेल्फ एज ए इंडिविजुअल अगेन दैट इज़ माई परस्पेक्टिव ऑफ सीइंग दैट बुक. हाँ, सबका अलग अलग रहता है. किताब ऐसी चीज़ है जो आप अपने हिसाब से पढ़ते हो और आप अपने हिसाब से उसको अज्यूम करते हो कि भाई ये चीज़ शायद कवि ये कहना चाहता है. इसलिए हर बार ये है कि भाई बच्चे थे तो पूछा जाता था कि भाई कवि क्या कहना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि आप क्या समझ रहे हो ना वो कविता से वो इम्पोर्टेंट है. क्योंकि आपका जो फेज होगा ना वही चीज़ कविता समझाएगी. कविता है ना, लड़की नहीं कविता. No, they are very, very different. Both the skills are very different. If you say marketing is making sure that people know about your product. Sales is making sure people buy your product. Very, very different. A salesman can become a marketer can become a salesman. That is a different use case. But sales gives you, I think sales persuasion is what is needed in sales. Marketing also needs persuasion, but marketing is something which needs a very different skill set, is what I believe in. So sales and marketing are not different. It is just that जिनको sales का काम करवाते हैं initially in the field work, उनको marketers कहा जाता है कि भाई डोर टू डोर सेल्स वाला जो सेगमेंट होता है या वो सब चीज़ें हैं, क्योंकि वो मार्केटिंग में भी काम लगता है कि आप हर दरवाजे पे जाके पॉलिसी बेच रहे हो या कोई चीज़ कर रहे हो तो आपका ब्रांड का एटलीस्ट मार्केटिंग तो हो ही रहा है. जो बिक गई वो बिक गई, ठीक है, कोई चीज़ ठीक है. बाकी तो आप 5 जगह जाके आपने बात करी, अपना प्रोडक्ट समझाया, तो वो मार्केटिंग का पार्ट है. So salespeople, when they're pitching, it is marketing. But if they are doing closing, it is sales, technically. Who is pitching depends on what is happening. So somebody who is going to pitch your product is the marketer. But initially, both the roles are done by the same person. That is why we call the same person कर रहा है, ठीक है. वो ticket size of the product पे depend करता है. See, understand, it is again, everything comes with a, everybody has given one frame of mind, if you are doing MBA, why do you get a degree of MBA? Once you have done XYZ activity, you are good in these things, you have scored 60% mark, 40% mark, the bare minimum which is needed. Pass, just I am an engineer, I am a 5.5 engineer, but I have DICT degree. DICT degree is also with the person who got 9.9 or 9.3. Everybody has the degree. रिक्वायरमेंट क्या था कि भाई 21 दिन में तुम कोई हैबिट बना सकते हो. इंडिविजुअल सेल्फ पे है वो, तो लोग स्मोकिंग क्यों नहीं छोड़ पा रहे. 21 दिन नहीं स्मोक करेंगे, 90 दिन नहीं स्मोक करेंगे, एक पार्टी में चला गया, मजा आ गया, फिर स्मोकिंग वापस चालू हो गया, ठीक है. सो इट इज़ अ लॉट ऑफ हैबिट्स आर रिवर्सेबल, अ लॉट ऑफ हैबिट्स आर इरिवर्सेबल, ठीक है. 21 दिन फूकोगे तो तुम फूकते रहोगे, 21 दिन नहीं फूकोगे तो उसका गारंटी नहीं है कि भाई फूकना वो फिर से चालू नहीं हो सकता है, ठीक है. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन विच काइंड ऑफ हैबिट आर यू ट्राइंग टू फॉर्म, ठीक है. अब मैं अगर 10 दिन सुबह उठ रहा हूँ जल्दी कोई कारण सर, तो मैं शायद 11वें दिन मेरी आंख अपने आप खुल जाएगी, बिकॉज लाइफ साइकिल मेरा बॉडी साइकिल वो हो गया, ठीक है. लेकिन एक दिन मैं रात को जग गया ना, तो मेरा नेचुरल बॉडी टेंडेंसी है कि मेरे को रात को ही जगना है, तो मैं सुबह वाला करने में मेरे को फिर से वापस मेहनत लगेगा, ठीक है. सो विच इज़ योर नेचुरल इंक्लिनेशन. सपोज माई बॉडी का बांधा जो होता है, ठीक है. सो माई बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर इज़ वेरी लीन फ्रॉम डे वन. अगर मैं फैट इंक्रीज भी करता हूँ कभी भी, ठीक है, आई डन इट 2 times, बट मैं जैसे ही कुछ चीज़ बंद कर देता हूँ ना, तो फिर मैं वापस मेरे यही शरीर पे आ जाता हूँ कुछ करे बिना, ठीक है. बट दैट इज़ द बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर, दैट इज़ एवरीबडी हैज़ सम बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर. सम पीपल से कि भाई હવે આના કરતાં પતલું નહીં થવાય ભાઈ, બાંધો આટલો જ રહેશે. એ કેમ કહે છે? કારણ કે એ જીવનમાં બધાને અલગ અલગ રીતે આપેલી જ, બધાની હેબિટ્સ અલગ અલગ છે, બધાનું લાઇફસ્ટાઇલ અલગ અલગ. સો 21 days is something which is bare minimum, that it might take you these many days to form a habit, and then it becomes part of your own process. So while learning car also there are modules, 14 days, 20 days. If you go to a driving school, why is that? Because if you are doing it every day for 1 hour, by 20th day you will learn little bit things, and that is how things are. पढ़ो भाई पहले तो, तुम लोग भाई इंस्टाग्राम मोबाइल से थोड़ा दूर रहो. कुछ नहीं हो तो 21 दिन बाहर घूमो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, मोबाइल से बाहर आओ. माई ओनली रिकमेंडेशन टू ऑल ऑफ यू इज़ कम आउट ऑफ दैट वर्ल्ड ऑफ मोबाइल, नंबर 1, एंड कम आउट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड ऑफ गेटिंग एवरीथिंग विच इज़ इंस्टाग्रामेबल, ठीक है. सो you all are just living life, not everybody in that sense, but a lot of you are living life just for that Instagram story or just for that presence. Lot of you don't have your individual self. हाँ, so it is all about कि भाई हम कॉन्सर्ट में क्यों जा रहे हैं, स्टोरी सारी आई जैसे तुमको भाई गाने में कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है, तुमको कोई पता नहीं चल रहा है, बहुत सारे सीन्स ऐसे चल रहे हैं अभी where people are just going because of the circle, because of people who are there and those kind of people. They don't like that thing. That is not a natural inclination. Find yourself also individually. That is what you all should do, because एक पॉइंट के बाद है ना फेक इट टिल यू मेक इट वाला सेंस नहीं होता है, और फिर तुम फ्रस्ट्रेट ही हो गए, और तुम फ्रस्ट्रेट ज़्यादा इसीलिए हो रहे हो सबके सब, ठीक है, क्योंकि तुमको यही नहीं पता तुमको पसंद क्या आता है. तुमको ये पता है कि भाई वो इंस्टाग्राम पे इन्फ्लुएंसर को ये पसंद आता है तो शायद मेरे को भी नहीं भाई सबको ट्रैवलिंग पसंद आता है, वो इंस्टाग्राम पे अच्छा लगता है, इलाही मेरा जी आया है. तुमको मैं कहूँ ना कि 15 दिन घर से बाहर रहने का है एक बैकपैक में, नहीं हो पाएगा. आई लव ट्रैकिंग अ लॉट, बट ट्रैकिंग में आई लव ट्रैकिंग के भाई आई एम वॉकिंग, आई कैन नॉट टेक अ बैग. मैं तो पिट्ठू यानी खच्चर होता है ट्रैक में, तो मैं उसको ही सामान दे कर रखता हूँ, यानी गधे का एक अलग वर्जन होता है खच्चर, ठीक है. सो मेरा सामान मैं नहीं उठाता. मैं ट्रैक में गया, मैं पहली 10-15 मिनट उठाया सामान, फिर मैंने कहा साहब या तो मेरे को उठाओ या तो सामान को उठाओ, मेरे से ये नहीं हो रहा. बट आई लव ट्रैकिंग, आई लव इट टू द पॉइंट कि भाई आखिरी दिन जो समिट वाला होता है, मेरे दोस्त मेरे को उठाकर ऊपर लेकर जाते हैं, क्योंकि उनको पता है नीचे आवामा आ दारू पीदा होगा ना दारूडी हो जानी, हालत इतनी खराब थी, ठीक है, मेरा हालत ख़राब हो जाता है. सबको पता है कि भाई इसको मज़ा कितना आता है. मेरे को बस बकर होती है, रात को हम लोग वुल्फ खेलते हैं, ये सब चीज़ आई इन्जॉय दोज पार्ट. बट देन द लास्ट डे वेयर वी हैव टू डू द समिट, एक पॉइंट के बाद मेरा बॉडी मेरा साथ नहीं देता. तो जितने आसपास के लोग हैं ना वो सब अब वही कहते हैं पहले तू शरीर सरखू कर પછી જઈશું. हम सबको पंजाब बताते हैं, बट दैट इज द थिंग. ऑल ऑफ यू डोंट नो योर वीकनेसेस ऑल्सो. वाई? बिकॉज यू आर नॉट हैव एक्सप्लोर्ड एनीथिंग एल्स. You all are living somebody else's life just because it looks cool, it looks good. अपना तो जीवन जी लो, फिर दुखी हो गए ना. दुखी क्यों नहीं हो रहे हो? क्योंकि तुमको पता नहीं तुम्हारी खुशी कहाँ है. प्रॉब्लम ये है ना, तुमको यही नहीं पता कि भाई तुम्हारे डोपामाइन किस चीज़ से रिलीज हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि हर बार इंस्टाग्राम पे 2 लाइक आए खुश हो जाते हो. अगेन गेट टू नो आवरसेल्व्स. नोबडी कैन नो. ऐसे इकिगाई बुक पढ़ने के लिए क्यों कहा कि इकिगाई इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट वेयर यू ऑल विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड कि भाई यू हैव टू फाइंड थिंग्स इन दिस डायरेक्शन. एवरीबडी डज नॉट गेट वाई ऑफ देयर लाइफ. एटलीस्ट यू शुड नो व्हाट इज़ वाई. नहीं मिल रहा है ठीक है, सबको अपना प्यार नहीं मिलता है, शादी तो सबका हो रहा है ना, ठीक है. अगर तुम आसपास समाज में देखोगे तुमको लगेगा कि ये हो रहा है वो हो रहा है, सब शादी कर रहे हैं, सब शायद दूसरी भी कर रहे हैं, सब शायद तीसरी भी कर रहे हैं. एवरीबडी इज लुकिंग फॉर ग्रेटर गुड और ग्रीनर पेस्चर्स, ओके, बट at least you should know what you are looking for. That is the major thing. You guys right now don't know what you are looking for. It is just that you are moving in the वो भेड़चाल अलग लेवल पे चलेगी अभी. अब यानी प्रॉब्लम पहले क्या था, हमारा भेड़चाल होता था कि हमारे सर्किट में भेड़चाल हो रही है, ठीक है, कि भाई सबको, जैसे मैं IIT के लिए क्यों तैयारी कर रहा था, क्योंकि मम्मी को साइंस में ही बच्चे पढ़ाने थे, ठीक है. सो और कोई मेरे बेचारे 8 से लेकर 10 तक जो मेरा मैथ्स का ट्यूशन करते थे वो मम्मी को समझा समझा के थक गए कि भाई छोकरान कॉमर्स कराओ, बहु ब्राइट. आई वॉज टॉपर इन मैथ्स फ्रॉम डे 1, यानी डे 1 यानी फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड से मैं 12th तक मैथ्स में टॉपर रहा हूँ, ठीक है. सो मेरे 8, 9, 10 के जो सर थे वो बहुत समझा, इसको CA बना दो, तुम्हारा फैमिली का बिजनेस है, CA बन जाएगा. कहना साइंस ज करस NCA के मारा छोकरा इंजीनियर ज बनसे बदा, ठीक है. सो आई वॉज गुड एट स्टडीज, सो टिल 12th एटलीस्ट. उसके बाद मैं नहीं पढ़ा. सो वो घर वालों ने पुश करा, वो चीज़ था. उसके बाद मैंने कॉलेज में गया, मैं अपने आप को डिस्कवर करा कि हाँ भाई ये चीज़ें अच्छी हैं, ये मेरे को आती है, मेरे को ये चीज़ और सीखनी. आई एम टॉकिंग टुडे दिस मच जस्ट बिकॉज आई वॉज इन थिएटर ग्रुप इन कॉलेज. आई यूज टू बी अ वेरी वेरी शाई गाय. मैं अपने रूम में बहुत बातें करता था सबको, पंचायत बहुत पहले से, लेकिन पब्लिक इंटरेक्शन वॉज समथिंग विच आई लर्नड इन थिएटर. माई वॉइस इज़ वेरी मोनोटोनस. इफ़ यू विल डू द चेक, इट इज़ वेरी मोनोटोनस. अब मेरे को अब थिएटर में था इसलिए पता चला कि भाई पिच अप करना है, पिच डाउन करना है, थोड़ा कॉमेडी का एलिमेंट इतना डालना पड़ेगा, ये चीज़ करनी पड़ेगी. अब कोई आर्ट तुम डेवलप करोगे, सीखोगे तो चीज़ होगी. आप लोगों के चक्कर में ये होता है कि भाई यू आर नॉट बिल्डिंग योर सेल्फ एज इंडिविजुअल्स. बिल्ड योर सेल्फ. यू हैव 5 years इन योर लाइफ. एटलीस्ट इन कॉलेज यू शुड बी फेमस फॉर वन थिंग अदर देन इंस्टाग्राम रील्स. कोई स्किल्स होना चाहिए कि भाई हाँ ये आदमी या ये औरत को ये चीज़ आती है और इसके लिए इधर ही जाना पड़ेगा. be it management, be it doing anything. That is how you build yourself. So find one thing which you are good at. It might not be your calling, but at least find one thing which you are good at.
જે પોસિબલ નથી પ્રેક્ટિકલી પણ છે બીકોઝ ઓફ ધ
નહીં પ્રેક્ટિકલી બી પોસિબલ છે. એક્સેલ પર બધા બની શકે. હા હા કહું હું તમને ગેટ કેવી રીચ એકદમ સ્કીમ્સ બતાવું બધી બહુ. That is true in a lot of sense. I am not denying that fact. But I have always been that 1% or 2% in the 5 people group. In a sense કે તમે કહો છો કે 5 બિલિયનર હોય ને તો 5 છઠ્ઠો બિલિયનર બને. My definition of always those 5 people are, if 5 people are happy, the 6% will become happy. If 5 people are sad, you will become sad. I see it from that perspective. Money is part of the process. પૈસા છે, ખુશ રહેશો, 100% ગેરંટેડ વસ્તુ છે, બરાબર. પણ બહુ બધા પૈસા હશે ને તો તમે દુઃખી રહેશો. એ તમારા પર છે, તમારો ઇન્ટ્રીગ નેચર શું છે. બી વિથ ધોઝ 5 people who will make you happy. That is what you should be chasing. Your parents are happy. They might not be very content with life, but they are happy. They had a lot of happier times. You guys are not having that happy time. My only point is be with 5 people who make you happy at least. पैसा पैसा आता रहेगा, होता रहेगा, लेकिन 5 people who make you happy, then your life is going to be well. Everybody is going to earn. Everybody is not going to be happy at the same level. I went for bachelors of one of my friends, DI citizens, all of them. I was not earning that much at that time. I was in losses because I do a business. So sometimes we are in loss, sometimes we do a lot of profit. I was in losses at that time. I think financially I was one of the most vulnerable at that time when we went to Goa. And but happiness factor માં I was number 1. એકદમ ખુશ, આપણે બસ મજા કરીએ, જે જીવનમાં કરવું છે કરીએ છીએ, બરાબર, મોજે મોજ. ઠીક છે, નુકસાન જાય ને ઉઘરાણી થાય ને આવે ને બધું થાય, એ થાય, 6 મહિનામાં ચૂકી દઈશું. Everybody else working in Facebook, working in Google, who's who of big 4 consulting firm, everybody has some of the other problem. मैं कहा भाई काहे दुखी हो रहे हो, इतना पैसा इतना है, काहे दुखी हो रहे हो. But we took a lot of energies of each other while we went out from that thing. I learned a lot of things about relation. I have never been in relationships till that time. I was 25, 26. बट मैं उन लोग से बहुत सारी चीज़ें सीखा कि हाँ रिलेशन में आવું બધું હોય, આ વસ્તુ આમ હોય તેમ હોય. अब हमने सबके अलग अलग, हम सब बहुत, हमारा नेशनल कॉलेज था ना तो जेंडर रेशो बहुत ख़राब होता है. So, हम लोग वहाँ कॉलेज में ज़्यादा कुछ सीख नहीं पाते हैं. उसके बाद ये लोग बाहर निकलते हैं तो MBA करते हैं तो वहाँ एक्सपोजर थोड़ा सही रहता है लोगों का. तो वो लोग ने वो सब चीज़ें सीखाई, मैं मेरा धंधा का चीज़ें सीखा है. तो सबने अंदर अंदर कुछ सीखा, सबने कुछ चीज़ें शेयर करी. Somebody was there in relationship for 12 years. So that relationship got broken just before our thing. So he said his own stories. Everybody learned a lot of them. Everybody was happy at the end of the day. It is about your circle. पैसों का और वो सब का ऐसा है कि भाई वो मोटिवेशन रहता है कि भाई who wants to go where. That is 100% true. I am not denying that fact. There are a lot of groups which work. Suppose there is a group called BNI here. LBN लाइन्स का है, रोटरियन का ग्रुप चलता है. फिर आपके पास जीटो करके है जो सिर्फ जैन कम्युनिटी का है. लुहाना कम्युनिटी का अलग चलता है. बहुत सारा अलग अलग चीज़ चलता रहता है. सब ठीक है. खुशी कहाँ से मिल रहा है ना, वो थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखो कि भाई योर सेट ऑफ फ्रेंड्स हु आर गोइंग टू स्टे अलॉन्ग विद यू. सोशल सर्कल ऐसा बनाओ जो सोशली वायबल रहे. ऐसा ना हो जाए कि तुम 5 बिलियनर के साथ रह रहे हो ना, तुम्हारे पास मिलियन भी नहीं है, क्योंकि 5 बिलियनर मिलियंस में खर्चा करेंगे. तुम उनके साथ रहोगे, तुम्हारे पास मिलियंस में भी खर्चा करने के लिए नहीं है, तो वो कोई सेंस नहीं बनाता है. यू विल फील मोर इन्फीरियर इन योर लाइफ. यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू डू एनीथिंग. इफ दे आर गुड दे विल टेक यू अप. ठीक है कि भाई चल भाई तेरे को 4 धंधा और सिखाओ, तू ये धंधा कर, तू ये धंधा कर, मैं क्रेडिट पे तेरे को काम दिला रहा हूँ, तू ये कर ले. इट रेयरली वर्क्स दैट वे. but your social circle increases over a period of time, and that is how you build things. Build people for long term. Good people. Somebody is going to be successful. He is going to take your group ahead. Suppose for my group, I have a lot of people who are working with me, who are my friends. We were doing well financially. We got them on board. Now they are also doing well financially. કઈ વાર ऐसा होता है कि मैं उनसे ही पैसा मांगता हूँ कंपनी के लिए, ભાઈ લાય તો થોડા રૂપિયા આપતો ઉચક, હું તને આવતા મહિને આપી દઉં. હું સેલરી પે કરું છું બધાને, પણ કંપની બી ઘણીવાર ઉપાડ લે છે. આપણે કેવું હોય કે ભાઈ એમ્પ્લોઈઝને ઉપાડ આપતા હોઈએ, હું કંપની ઘણીવાર એમ્પ્લોઈઝથી ઉપાડ લે, 2 મહિના પગાર નહીં આવે, ચાલ એ ઉપાડ જ છે ને, ठीक है. बट दैट इज हाउ रिलेशनशिप्स वर्क. कंपनी ग्रो हो रहा है, सब लोग ग्रो हो रहे हैं, कई बार ऊपर नीचे होता है, तो वो बट वो सर्कल है ना, वो सर्कल आप कौन सा बना रहे हो ना उसके ऊपर है. 4 साल बाद तुम्हारी शादी में कौन नाचेगा ना, वो इम्पोर्टेंट है लाइफ में. ठीक है, अब कोई नहीं आ रहा है ना, तो तुम किसी को भी उठा के शादी में नाचने के लिए बुलाते हो, क्योंकि शादी में दोस्ती नाचेंगे, कोई बाहर से भाड़े वाला नहीं आगे नाचने वाला है. ठीक है, तो वो कौन नाचने वाला है ना, उस पर वो ध्यान दो, बाकी पैसा आता जाता रहेगा. Again, my version of seeing life is very different. I might be very, very wrong. Again, I come from, I have been very, very lucky. So my examples might not work well in the circuit. ठीक है, lucky in a way, I have got a very good set of friends. I have got a very good family. And मेरे जीवन में कुछ खराब नहीं है टेक्निकली. ठीक है, अब्बा के पास पहले से बहुत पैसा था. In a way, I did my own business. I was fairly good. So मेरे जीवन में सब अच्छा ही चला है. ठीक है, तो स्ट्रगल बहुत करा है, ऐसा नहीं स्ट्रगल नहीं करा, बट अच्छा ही था. मेरे को कोई ऐसा नहीं लगता. मेरे को कोई कहे 4 घंटे सोने का, तो मेरे को तो काम अच्छा लग रहा है इसलिए मैं कर रहा हूँ, तो मैं 4 घंटे सो या 6 घंटे सो, उससे मेरे को फर्क नहीं पड़ता. सामने को लगता બહુ મહેનત કરો છો, એટલે ભાઈ મને મજા આવે છે એટલે કરું છું ભાઈ, તને એવું લાગે બહુ મહેનત કરું છું. મને આ જ ગમે છે. कोई मेरे को बोलता है कि अंग्रेटो में मैं पार्किंग क्यों देखता हूँ, मेरे को गाना नहीं समझ आता है. अभी कल मैं रिकॉर्डिंग में गया था, मैं बैठ के वो मेरे साथ આવું જોવું પડશે આખું 4 કલાક. वो भाई 31 लोग गाना बजा रहे हैं, प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं. अब मेरे को ज़्यादा समझ नहीं आता है उसमें. मेरे को ये समझ आता है सुर ताल सही है, ये हो रहा है. आई डोंट लाइक दैट अ लॉट. आई लाइक अ लॉट ऑफ अदर स्टफ. आई डू वॉट आई लाइक. इन द सेम सेंस, आई हैव माई लाइफ सॉर्टेड अ लॉट मोर. दैट डज नॉट मीन वॉट एवर आई एम सेइंग इज ऑलवेज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू गाइज, बिकॉज एवरीबडी हैज़ डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव. सबके किसी के यानी किसी का माँ बाप का झगड़ा चल रहा है, किसी का दोस्तों में झगड़ा चल रहा है, किसी का कुछ चल रहा है, तो आपकी सर्किट अलग अलग हो सकती है. लेकिन लाइफ लेसन्स वही है कि हैप्पीनेस की तरफ चलो. हैव अ 5-4 फ्रेंड सर्किट जो आपके जीवन में हमेशा रहेंगे. मेरे जो अच्छे दोस्त थे वो लोग सब शादी में आए, सब ने नाचा, सब ने मज़ा करा, सबको शादी याद है. हम साल में 2 बार ही बात करते हैं शायद. ठीक है, लेकिन हमारा बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है सबका. ठीक है, हम जब बात करते हैं 4 घंटे के लिए करते हैं वैसा, लेकिन वो है कनेक्ट है. अब यहाँ मेरा सोशल जो स्कूल का सर्किट है वो भी बहुत अच्छा है. आई माइट बी राइटिंग अ बुक ऑन लाफिंग माई वे इन माई स्टार्टअप वैसा. सो दैट इज़ ऑल अबाउट माई 3 or 4 फ्रेंड्स हु आर अलॉन्ग विद मी. एंड वो है भाई, मेरा दोस्ती यारी में बहुत जीवन अच्छा चला है. हंग्रीटो इज़ देयर बिकॉज मेरे दोस्तों के काका आ रहे हैं, मेरे दोस्तों के मामा आ रहे हैं, मेरे दोस्त के सब पापा हैं, काउंटर पे बैठे हैं, तब जाके ये खड़ा हुआ है. ये ऐसे खड़ा नहीं हुआ है प्रोडक्ट. ठीक है, बट अगेन इट इज़ द सोशल सर्किट विच आई यूज, द सोशल सर्कल विच आई हैड. અફેક્ટ થાય છે, ઉઘરણી આવે એટલે અફેક્ટ થાય મેન્ટલ પીસ. પણ યા સી વાત બહુ સાચી છે કે ભાઈ વી લીવ એઝ અ ટીમ ઓર એઝ ઇન્ડિવિજ્યુઅલ્સ ઇન વન पर्सपेक्टिव ओनली कि भाई ઊંઘ સારી આવી જોઈએ. दैट हैज़ बीन ऑलवेज द गोल. ठीक है, यानी मेरे को अगर कभी भी बोलो ना सो जाओ, दैट इज़ द बेस्ट थिंग विच आई लाइक. ठीक है, मेरे को नींद बहुत पसंद है. मेरा नींद ऐसा है बच्चों जैसा है, सो गया भाई उठूँगा नहीं. तो आज सुबह झगड़ा वही हुआ था. माई वाइफ वॉज वेकिंग में, उठ जाओ भाई 10 बजे जाना है तुमको. और तो 4:30 आए हो, थोड़ा 10 मिनट है 10 मिनट. मैं आज भी बच्चों की तरह ही सुबह उठता हूँ. और सुबह पेरेंट्स जरा उठा देना कि भाई उठो भाई जाना है, तो मेरा वही है. लेकिन अगर मैं उठ गया हूँ, मैं काम पे जा रहा हूँ, तो मैं कभी वैसा नहीं हूँ. मंडे ब्लूज नहीं आते मेरे को. एक बार जीवन में मंडे ब्लू आया था, वो काम मैंने छोड़ दिया. एक ही दिन मेरे को लगा मेरे को सोमवार को ऑफिस नहीं जाना है, वो काम मैंने बंद कर दिया. मैंने कहा आ नहीं था जीवन में फरीથી, મને આ નથી જોઈતું. So I was working somewhere and in COVID, and we were part of the team there. We were doing a lot of work there, and suddenly one Monday, क्योंकि मैं तब बहुत टाइम पास करता रहता था आसपास चीज़ों. I used to work, that is not there, but मेरे को एक दिन ऐसा लगा कि आज ऑफिस नहीं जाऊँ, और मैं 7 दिन ऑफिस जाता हूँ. ठीक है, તો મંડે કો મેં કહું આજે આમ મજા નથી, આપણે ડન કરી દીધું કે આ કામમાં મજા નહીં, બંધ કરી દેવા. મારા જીવનમાં મંડે બ્લૂઝ નહીં જોઈતા, કારણ કે હું બહુ સ્ટ્રિક્ટલી આઈ કમ ફ્રોમ અ વેરી વેરી ગુડ કોલેજ વેર આઈ કુડ ગેટ અ વેરી ગુડ પેકેજ એન્ડ ધોઝ કાઇન્ડ ઓફ થિંગ્સ. આઈ હેવ ડ્રોપ્ડ દેટ જસ્ટ બિકોઝ આઈ વોન્ટ ટુ લીવ માય લાઈફ ઓન માય ઓન વે. And luckily I have been very very lucky, working very well for me. I have a lot of examples who tried to do the same thing which I have done and not working well. ठीक है, so I have been lucky in that segment. मैं लकी हूँ तो भाई लक का फ़ायदा उठाऊँ ना, भगवान आप मेहनत तो करिए अच्छे ना. तो मैं अच्छा काम करता हूँ, मेरे को बस ये है कि भाई मेरे को जो पसंद है वो मैं करता हूँ. बाकी मैं पंचायत में और वो सब में ज़्यादा वो नहीं करता हूँ कि भाई मज़ा नहीं आ रहा है, नहीं काम करना है, छोड़ दिया. That is, see, the whole agenda of life right now revolves around the package, which is what is wrong. And you guys in 20s, it is all about getting the different exposure of life. Because in 30s, so I have a back pain now. I had a back pain in 12th also, but because I was studying a lot. Right now I have back pain because I don't sleep a lot. So that's a different use case. But now my body is giving me some signals. But whatever I have done in 10 years, I have not earned a lot technically in terms of money. But I have earned a lot in terms of skill set. Earned a lot in terms of experience. यानी मैं अकेला ही काले बाल वाला होता था मीटिंग में और मेरे को ये टॉन्ट मारा जाता था CMO में कि IAS ऑफिसर यूज टू टॉन्ट कि अब काले बाल वालों से सीखेंगे क्या करना है. ठीक है, बट आई हैव बीन टू दोज प्लेसेस. आई हैव मेट अराउंड टॉप, इफ़ यू से टॉप 100 बिलियनर्स इन इंडिया, आई हैव मेट 50 ऑफ देम इन अ मीटिंग रूम. यानी जैसे अपन बैठे हैं वैसे ही 4 जने 5 जने बैठे हुए हैं, हम लोग डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं वैसा. सो आई हैव गॉट दैट एक्सपोजर just because I did not run after money a lot in those days. I ran after network, I ran after skills, I ran after things to learn. Right now, if your end goal is money, you are going to face a lot of issues. Why? Because एक अगर आज पैकेज नहीं मिल रहा है अच्छा तो तुम दुखी हो जाओगे. तुमने वो चीज़ इसलिए नहीं करी थी कि तुमको मार्केटिंग पसंद है इसलिए तुम MBA में नहीं गए थे. तुम माइका में इसीलिए गए, पैकेज देख के गए. और जब तुमको कहा जाएगा कि भाई तुमको ये 4 कॉपी लिखना है, यानी एड कॉपी लिखनी है जाके, तो तुमको ऐसा लगेगा कि अरे આ કામમાં મજા નથી, આ નથી મજા આવતી, આ તો બહુ પ્રેશર છે. ભલે 15 લાખ રૂપિયા મળે છે વર્ષના, પણ આ બહુ પ્રેશર છે. તમને અગર જે મજા આવતું હશે ને એમાં તમને 7 લાખ મળતા હશે ને તો તમે ખુશ રહેશો, કારણ કે તમને મજા આવે છે કામ કરવાની, તમારી ધગશ. અગેન એવરીબડી ડઝ નોટ લાઇક ટુ વર્ક, અ લોટ ઓફ पीपल लाइक टू चिल. सो वो है, ऐसा भी ऑडियंस है. बट वो जो सेगमेंट है ना कि आपको क्या करना है और क्यों करना है, क्यों डिसाइड करोगे ना तो आपका क्या बहुत सिंपल. जिसके पास स्किल्स है वो भूखा नहीं मरता है. जितना भी अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट हो, जो भी हो, जो आदमी अच्छे से काम कर सकता है वो कभी भूखा नहीं मरता है. ठीक है. द ओनली प्रॉब्लम इज फॉर पीपल हु आर सीइंग, जो 8 घंटे ही काम करना है, 8 घंटे में से 2 बार चाय का ब्रेक मिलता है, 1 बार लंच ब्रेक मिलता है, तो આપણે ટેકનિકલી 6.5-7 કલાકનું જ કરવાનું છે. અને આના અંદર આટલું કરી નાખો એટલે 3 કલાકમાં તો આપણે 6 કલાકનું કામ કરી નાખીએ, ડન. ये माइंडसेट का प्रॉब्लम है और इनका सब जगह प्रॉब्लम होगा. तो दैट इज द थिंग. So see, that is where the problem is with the whole generation. Why I call the whole generation, because आप लोगों का सहूलियत बहुत अच्छा है. यानी द फैसिलिटीज़ दैट यू आर गेटिंग इन कॉलेज. अभी मैं ओरिएंटेशन में गया था DICT, वहाँ एक बच्चा कहता AC नहीं है हॉस्टल में. मैं कहा बाबू 7,500 रुपये लेते हैं ये लोग 6 महीने के, तो काहे AC चाहिए तेरे को, नहीं मिलेगा AC इसमें, ठीक है। सहूलियत कि भाई तुमको एक्सपोजर ऐसा है, यानी हम लोग जब हॉस्टल में आई डिड ऑल द समर्स ऑल्सो देयर बिकॉज आई यूज टू डू रिपीट कोर्सेज, मैं फेल होता था तो मेरे को कोर्स फिर से करना पड़ा। तो वहाँ से मेरे दोस्त जो होते थे जो नॉर्थ से हैं वो लोग भी बेचारे फेल होते, क्योंकि हम वही 5 लोगों वाली संगत है, सब फेल हो रहे तो सभी फेल होंगे, ठीक है। तो वहाँ पे वो सब काम लगता है, तो वो सब लोग साथ थे, हमने सब एंजॉय करते थे। तो वो AC के लिए मेरे घर आते थे यहाँ, कि वीकेंड पे हम लोग यहाँ घर पे आए, 2 दिन वो लोग AC में सोएंगे, मेरे को तो AC की आदत है नहीं, तो वो लोग AC में सोते हैं, हम लोग मस्ती करते हैं और वो चीज़। नाउ द कॉन्टेक्स्ट हियर इज द इंफॉर्मेशन विच यू गाइज हैव while learning from other people, you think કે આને તો આટલું જ આવડે છે યાર, આનાથી નહીં ભેગું થાય, આમને આ નથી આવડતું, અને મારે કોઈ આવા માણસને જોઈએ ને જેને આ બધું આવડતું, એ બધું આવડવાળું માણસ નહીં મળે, એટલે તમને લોકોને બહુ જલ્દી પ્રેમ બી નથી મળતું, બરાબર, તમે બધા દુઃખી રહો છો, કારણ કે યુ ઓલ એક્સપેક્ટ કે ऐश्वर्या राय मिलेगी, बाबू भाई वो कहाँ से मिलेगी भाई, तुम भी तो अभिषेक बच्चन होने चाहिए उसके लिए, ठीक है हैं कि भाई तुमको ऐश्वर्या दीपिका पादुकोण ढूंढ रहे हो तो या तो रणवीर सिंह, वो भी कॉन्टेक्स्ट है, तो इसीलिए वो 5 सर्किट वाला बिलियनर वाला क्यों है, अभिषेक बच्चन કંઈ વાંધો નહીં, અમિતાભ બચ્ચનના છોકરા જોડે કંઈક સેટ થઈએ તો કોઈકને કોઈક સારું મળી જશે એવી રીતે. સો એવરીબડી ઇઝ લુકિંગ ફોર ધોઝ કાઇન્ડ ઓફ થિંગ્સ because of the exposure of internet. You guys have seen a lot of path. Earlier not everybody knew everything. तो इसलिए ये था कि भाई 4 लोग जो कह रहे हैं ना मेहनत करना है तो ये मेहनत कर लेते थे. अब आपके पास ये है कि ના સક્સેસનો આ જ રસ્તો છે અને આપણે આ જ રસ્તે જવાનું છે. A lot of people might be successful in that way, but mediocre, everybody is mediocre at some level. That is why you are studying where you are studying. You are where you are. Yeah. So suppose for people who went to IIT, they could have gone to MIT. People who are in suppose DICT, they could have gone to IITs. People who are in other colleges, they could have gone to DICT. Everybody is where they are because they are in that क्या कहते हैं परसेंटाइल, जो कैट में परसेंटाइल है. जैसे मेरा 36 परसेंटाइल है कैट में जब मैंने दिया था, क्योंकि मैं सो गया था दोनों पेपर में. मैं 36 तब आता है जब तुम जनरल में हो नेगेटिव में हो, ठीक है. और मैं सब आंसर ऐसे टुक टिक टिक करके मैं मारे ઊંઘવું છે, મારે ઊંઘ જરૂરી છે, મારી ઊંઘ પૂરી નથી થઈ. मैं तुक्के में देने गया था, एक ही बार गया था, ठीक है. सो वो क्योंकि वो परसेंट वैसे मैंने जब मॉक दिया था तब मैंने 95 या 96 था, ठीक है, मॉक में. जस्ट लेटिंग यू. हाँ हाँ नहीं हाँ. सो बाहर आके नहीं है, लेकिन जब मैंने पहली बार कैट दिया था मॉक एग्जाम, वो परसेंटाइल आता है तो उसमें 96 के अराउंड था. बट मैं जब एक्चुअल एग्जाम देने गया था, क्योंकि मैंने पढ़ा ही नहीं, मैं 96 तो आ ही रहा है और मैं कहा मैंने जाना तो है ही नहीं, अब फॉर्म भरा हुआ है तो मैं दे ही आता हूँ. लेकिन उसके पहले वाले दिन हम लोग पूरी रात जगे थे, सुबह आके किसी ने मेरे को कहा था कि एग्जाम नहीं. पॉइंट इज ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम हाईवे में 36 परसेंटाइल गए. देयर वेर अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु गॉट 99, देयर आर पीपल 95. वो लेवल है ना सबका अलग अलग, तो वो कैलिबर के हिसाब से लोग जाते हैं. आज मैं MBA नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं MBA कॉलेजेस में पढ़ाता हूँ, ठीक है. आई टीच एट अ लॉट ऑफ MBA कॉलेजेस कंटिन्यूसली, फुल सेमेस्टर कोर्स ऑल्सो आई टीच. They are not expecting me to do an MBA. They are expecting me to study X amount of things and teach people Y amount of things. ठीक है. So जो already exposure मेरे पास है मैं वही चीज़ पढ़ाता हूँ, तो that is a skill set. The whole agenda is to build that skill set so that you can pass on to the people. पॉइंट ये है मार्केट में क्यों नहीं जाना. मार्केट में इसलिए नहीं जाना क्योंकि सब चीज़ें इन्फॉर्मेशन है. मार्केट में जो लोग है उससे ज़्यादा अच्छी इन्फॉर्मेशन मेरे को यहाँ मिल रही है, विच इज़ अ फैक्ट. दैट इज़ आई एम सेइंग कि भाई थोड़ा मीडियोक्रिटी से भी प्यार रखो. सब चीज़ टॉप नॉच नहीं मिलेगी इन द सराउंडिंग. दैट इज़ वाई अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर गोइंग फॉर ग्रीनर पेस्चर्स कि भाई कनाडा चला जाओ, UK चला जाओ, यहाँ पे इतनी सहूलियत है, US चले जाते हैं, ऑस्ट्रेलिया चले जाते हैं. बट ओवर अ पीरियड दे रियलाइज़ कि भाई यहाँ भी सब इंडियन ही भरे हुए हैं. तो वही माइंडसेट के लोग वहाँ आए थे. अब आज कनाडा कोई भी जाता है तो उसको कनाडा लगेगा ही नहीं, वो देसी है अपना, ठीक है, क्योंकि सब इंडियंस ही हैं ऑलमोस्ट वहाँ पे. आप कहीं भी ऐसा नहीं लगेगा कोई यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ने जाओगे, यू विल नॉट गेट एक्सपोजर ऑफ फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटी. 80% ऑडियंस इज फॉर सब कॉन्टिनेंट. हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू गेट दैट एक्सपोजर? सो डिफरेंस.